Hey guys. Okay, this is a very special video for me to do, and I think this is a special video for many of us to watch as well, even if we're adults. Um, but first off, I want to first say really quick, like, wow, um I've actually hit like 1,200 views in the last 6 weeks since I started Inhabit Yourself. Unbelievable, amazing. Thank you for everyone who's been so involved and so keep coming back and watching these videos and things like that. Like, it's fantastic. Please share these videos with people who you know who are struggling with a mother who's got borderline, or you think might have borderline or something like that. I think this channel is a really safe way for people to figure out whether their moms might have it or not. Not that I'm here to diagnose, of course, but to help them take at least the next step towards figuring out what to do and figuring out their own healing and stuff like that. So thank you. Um, so this video is special to me because I think our youngest viewer has occurred, and her name's Alice, and this is what she wrote. She wrote, "My mom also has borderline. She was signed into a mental hospital when I was 10. I'm 15 now, but I still can't really handle it. Your story is so similar to mine. It's freaky." And, I think for many of us, that just kind of breaks our hearts, and I actually might cry, so I'll just let you know now. The reason why is because it's so understandable. When you're a teenager, like, and you think your mom is a borderline, or and it's it's devastating at times, for sure. Um and it's really true when you say that, you can't handle it, because you're not supposed to handle it. You're a teenager, you're when you're not fully developed yet as an adult. Like, of course, like, you're not built to be that way. um Even if, like, your mom or other adults tell you, well, you're supposed to just suck it up and deal with it or whatever, like, you're a kid, you're not supposed to know how to handle it and how to deal with it. And um and I'm so grateful, Alice, that you are growing up in an age where you've got the internet and you've got technology and you've got then, like, this online, support and resources. I know those of us who are adults who didn't grow up with those resources, really wish we would have. Because I know for me, I was a teenager, oh my gosh, 20 years ago, and I didn't have the internet and stuff, and so I wish I would have. I probably would have helped myself a lot to get through a lot of this stuff. So I'm so glad that you spoke up. I'm so glad that you shared, because I really want to give you some advice and tips that I think myself and other adults who have borderline mothers would want to say to you as well. And share with you, because this is the stuff that either we figured out or we wish we would have figured out, or we wish we would have known when we were your age, because it would have saved us a lot of time and heartache, and helped us start healing. Because that's the one thing, is like, you can start now to inhabit yourself more. And so, anyway, yeah, so I am dedicating this video to you and to all the other teens who I really hope come across this video and stuff like that. So um yeah, so like I said, yeah, it's totally normal that you don't know how to handle, your mom right now, because you're not supposed to, borderline, that's, really is adult stuff. And it really is, stuff that adults should be handling, whether it's your mom or her therapist or, you know, the adults in her life, so, but I know it's so confusing because when you're a kid of a borderline, like, that's not exactly what you are taught to believe or believe because your mom needs you so, quote, desperately in her life, and it's confusing and stuff like that. So these are some things that I recommend. First off is to keep talking about it. Keep talking about your struggle with this. Keep talking about your fears, the fact that you can't handle it. You need to be talking about that, and you need to be talking about that with people who are safe, who either understand what you're going through or may not understand, but they care enough about you to listen. We all need relationships like that in our lives. The other thing you need is you need to get more hugs. That is so important. It's great to build even like this online support, and you may find that through channels and stuff like that, and they may have friends, but the big thing that you're probably deprived of right now that is so, so important to your becoming a healthy adult, as over time is safe, healthy touches from people, and so you need what I would love to call is a hug posse. You need a group of people who you can just get hugs from, and you can just, you know, ask them, "Can I have a hug?" Like things like that. Like, I think that that is so, so important to making you feel more comfortable and loved, because your mom should be doing that, and most likely she's not, and or she's doing it in a way that's not feeling good, at times. And so the more like good hugs you get, the better for sure. So get hugged a lot. All right, then focus on your chosen family. What you need to be doing is creating a chosen family, not just family that's biological, though you should definitely have, if you can, have some biological family in your chosen family. But this is your time to start building a group of people that are like your family. Like my brother, who is 10 years younger than me, I truly admire him because one of the things that he was able to do that I wasn't, because when I was a teenager, we moved around too much, and I ended up in this really difficult place where and there was hardly anybody in my school, and so I just didn't have the options of friends like my brother did. My brother, my parents moved again, and they moved to this big city, and my brother had more kids in his high school, and so he developed a chosen family where he had a few friends that are seriously, like, when he's around them, he is himself. Like, he is himself, like when he is around my mom, he is quiet and he is distant, and he is cautious about what he says. He's cautious about what he talks about with them. But when he's with his friends, he is alive and he is fully himself, and stuff like that. And so you need that same thing. Like, you really need to find, friends and also adults who you can be yourself with. So, um, and if you can't find that, just yet, just keep trying and keep going. It takes time to find those kinds of people. All right, then another one is don't stop being a kid. Don't stop being a kid. This really happens a lot to a lot of us because we feel like our mom is such a quote victim, and our moms are so needy or so helpless that we feel like it's our job to be responsible for them, and therefore we kind of lose being a kid. We lose being a teenager, and or being a teenager, where you're trying stuff and you're having fun. You're being a little, I don't want to say reckless, but you're getting out there and you're making mistakes and you're, doing stuff that just seems crazy, and stuff like that. Um, that is a healthy stage, like, don't get me wrong. I don't want you like drinking or you're going out having drugs, or sleeping with guys or things like that. But really, like, you should be out there having fun. You need to be getting out there. So when your friends say, hey, let's go hang out, and you're like, I don't really want to go, like, I'm kind of depressed, I'm kind of sad, get your butt out there. Really, you need to be getting out there, because you need to be enjoying being a teenager as much as you possibly can. So, all right, I'm going to do a part 2